y'all, welcome back to my channel, period. Today we back with another one, and I said I was gonna do like the weirdest things like guys said to me, but I think I'm gonna tell this story time. I low-key didn't want to, because I was just gonna, well, my best friend know, but other than her knowing, I was just gonna like take that to the grave type thing. But you know what, I could get it out, it's whatever. Like, so first of all, we're gonna call the boy Shane, right? So when I'm talking, I'm gonna refer to him as Shane. But let's just jump right into the story. I'm gonna do it, because I'm like thinking, like, I know how some people are gonna think, because I thought every thought that anybody is gonna think of, I can guarantee you I've thought it. And that's why I was like, yeah, I ain't telling nobody this. But I really like don't care, because it's like, y'all gotta just hear the story. Okay, so last year, 2022, y'all, I lost my V card, right? To Shane. I'm not gonna get into the details of how we met. I'm not getting into details about all that. Just know it happened last year, 2022, right? So after it happened, right, he kept like calling and texting for me to like come back. See, I ain't trying to say too much, but he was just basically trying to get me to be like his little link. Like, cause I wouldn't really say sneaky, because who would we be sneaking from? I don't know none of his people. Well, he could be sneaking, but I wouldn't be sneaking, because who would I be sneaking from? I'm grown, I ain't no child. Yeah, so he just kept trying to, you know, get me to come over again, do whatever again. And I'm just like, you know, after it happened, it wasn't, first of all, it was not bad. Never said it was bad. It was very painful. Very painful. But it wasn't bad. Like, for my first time, it was not bad at all. I never said that. I'm never going to say it, because it would be a lie. Right? So after it happened, I didn't feel anything for him. Like, I was just like, okay, it happened. Like, it was good. It was great. But, you know, like, there was just no emotional connection after that. Like, I didn't feel anything emotionally. And I know there's going to be some people out there that think that I'm crazy, but then you're going to have the people that actually have sense. I learned from that experience that I just can't have sex, like, just with random people. Like, I have to have an emotional connection to you, right? But I didn't tell him that. I'm just like, he was talking to me. He was just like, oh, we could do this. And I'm just like, no, I'm not on that type of timing. Like, I want to build something. I want commitment. And he wanted to have fun, which I totally get. Like, we young at the end of the day. We both young. So I wasn't trying to force him into anything. I just let him know that that's not what he was looking for is not what I was looking for. So that didn't stop him. I told him we could be friends. Why I said that, I don't know, but I was for real. I'm like, bro, we could be friends, but like, as in just like being buddies? Nah, I ain't on that type of time. Like, I'm young, but I know what I want, and I'm not changing my standards for anybody. I don't care how you look. I don't care what you got. If you're not on the type of timing I'm on, I'm cool. I'm cool. He was still persistent. Like, he was calling me almost every day, or every other day he would call. He would text and just try to, like, you know, get me to come over. Keep in mind, I worked where he lived. So I'd see him almost every day as well after that happened. Y'all just don't know, like, the anxiety that gave me. Like, the next day, I'm like, oh my God, I pray that I don't see him. And I saw him, but it wasn't weird at all. He was just persistent in, like, getting me to be his F buddy. And I'm just like, I'm not. Like, I don't want that. Like, it's not me. Like, no. Then I went to, like, ignoring his calls. But he wasn't calling, like, back to back to back. Like, he would call, like, once or twice a day. He ain't ever, like, do too much. He, you know, he wasn't like that. This went on for, like, 2 weeks. And y'all should have heard the dream this boy was telling me. He was basically saying we can do everything people in a relationship do, but I'm still out here having fun. So I don't know what he would have had going on. And then me, I get my feelings involved, so I would have been faithful. Silly me would have been faithful, okay? So I knew better. That's why I didn't put myself in that predicament. Because I knew that no matter what he was selling, I knew that I'd get attached eventually, emotionally. So no. If you ain't trying to be all in with me, then nah. Don't try to sell me no dream, baby. Because once my mind made up, ain't no changing it. At all. I love that about me. I just had to hear the dream he was selling, like. And I can guarantee you there's a lot of women who would have, or they're already in a situation like that. Then, not to mention, he told me we would be doing all that just for him to leave the next month and go to New York. Baby, I'm in Florida. Are you sick? So you was gonna do all that with me, act like we just did that, and we not that, just to dip a month later? Like, you're sick. He was sick for that. He really was. So, but I didn't let myself go. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. There were times where I called him. I was drunk at a party and I called him. And I'm like, come get me. Come get me. But I ended up falling asleep. Thank God I was that drunk. And I ended up falling asleep, so I didn't go. And this was after we had both established that we don't want this. I don't want this. You don't want that. You want this. I want that. We're not here. Okay? So let's fast forward a few weeks. He texts me out the blue. I wish I still had the messages. I'm going to try to find them. Matter of fact. Okay, y'all. So I got the messages. Bro, I swear I tell my best friend everything. This is what he said. So he texted me at 8:15 at night. I can't, the thing doesn't show the exact date, but 8:15 p.m. out of nowhere, weeks after us not talking. You remember seeing he said, yo. I said, hey. You remember seeing my uncle at the gate when we drove in one after another? I said, I think so. He said, if you still looking for a nigga, fuck with him. Weird ass nigga, man. I said I was never looking with the skeleton emoji. Then he texts back, ain't you say you want one when we last spoke? Keep in mind, when we last spoke means weeks ago. Weeks ago, y'all. Like, why is that still on your mind weeks later? Anyways, why? Honestly, you should have just moved on. Once you realize, like, I wasn't what you wanted. Once you realize that I didn't want you how you wanted me, you should have forgot about me. On that level. It didn't have to be no bad blood. Like, of course, we didn't have to talk all the time. Like, we ain't got to be like that. But we didn't have to be like we are now. Because that situation was just so weird. And it kind of showed me like how he played. You know, you get your feelings hurt and you go and stoop low and try to act like you fixing me up with your uncle. Like I'm a pass around or something. Now listen, if I would have took him up on that offer and got with his uncle, I guarantee you this nigga would have been in his feelings. Like, now you my nephew. Imagine like we at the family dinner. Like we 8 months in. We at the family dinner. We eating everything. Neff, can you pass me the... Nigga, you would have been pissed. So I don't even know why you would even try that. Man like to cap and be like, oh, half her, this, that, this. Like, bro, y'all be caring. And that nigga would have cared. If I was that type, boy, I would have still been with the uncle right now. Traveling up to New York to visit my nephew. Anyways, he said, ain't you say you want one when we last spoke? I said, is that the same as saying I'm looking? And then I said, I'll pass though. That's weird. Because I have morals. I have a moral compass. I think logical. I'm respectful. I respect myself. I respect my body. I'm not filthy like you, animal. Then he said, once I said I'll pass though, that's weird. This nigga says he don't know what we did. Are you that sick? I said, but I do. It's just like, you really train me like I just be ripping and running. Keep in mind, y'all, he didn't know I was a virgin until we actually was about to start. Like, soon as the encounter was about to start, that's when I came out and told him I was a virgin. Bro, my thing is, like, it literally came out of nowhere. The only explanation I could think of is me continuously turning him down, probably like fucked with his ego. That's what it gave me. Your feelings were hurt that I didn't want what you wanted, so you tried to be smooth. When if I wanted your uncle, trust me, like if I would have put my love down, bro, I could have had your uncle without you even saying all that. So it was very irrelevant. I just want to know what made him like just blatantly come. I kid y'all not. It was out of nowhere. Like, we was following each other on Instagram. He watched my stories or whatever, but I was never talking about him. I was never posting nothing about hunching, nothing. Like, to this day, I think only 2 people know what he really looked like. I'm not, cause for what? And after that was literally the weirdest thing a dude has ever done to me. And I really feel like it's because his ego was crushed that I didn't want to sleep with him again. And I kid y'all not, bro, I swear, it was not because it was bad. I just didn't feel anything towards him after. And too many people not gonna understand where I come from when I say, like, emotionally, I just have to be attached to you in order to sleep with you. Like, I can't just be having pointless sex out here. Clearly, because that was a one-night stand, technically. We never did anything else again. We never linked again. He was trying to, but I didn't want to. So that was really a one-night stand for me. And if y'all know me, y'all would know I'm not even like that. But I learned that, you know, I'm not the type to just be having hunch buddies. I'm not the type to just be out here having casual sex. Like, that's not me. Like, no. I have to be committed to you. You have to be committed to me. Wow. Why my dog just staring at me while I'm telling my story? Mind your business. You don't need to know how sick these men are. You better not turn up like them. That was something that I really was going to take to the grave, because I'm thinking crazy. Like, bro, people are going to think like, but I don't care. I do want to hear like y'all opinions on the situation. But if it's anything negative, bro, I just can't. I can't care. I don't have the capacity to care about things that don't matter. I was so embarrassed by it. Like, I wasn't even gonna tell my best friend, but I'm like, it was so unbelievable. It was just like, bro, look. Literally, y'all, it was, I can't stress it enough how out of nowhere it was. Like, y'all, it was out of nowhere that he just texted me. And then after that, I unfollowed him on Instagram. I deleted our messages, our thread. I still got his number, but I'm probably not ever going to use it. Because I remember stuff. Like, when it comes to stuff like that, and when it affects me, or when it makes me feel some kind of way, bro, I always remember it. So I don't know if I can let that go. You know, I'm not beefing with him. We can be cool. Cool as in, like, if you see me, we can speak and then just go about our business. Like, we don't have to be like, when we see each other. But we don't need a whole conversation going on either. That's how I am about it. Like, I have no hate for him. Like, I don't, like, dislike him. He's very cool. He's always been cool to me. Just so chill, like, you know? But clearly, he still has some insecurities that he got to get over. Clearly, because you literally provoked me out of nowhere. And if I'm not a confrontational person. I say how I feel, and then that be that. I ain't trying to argue. I ain't trying to go back and forth. I ain't got no good catchphrases and punchline. I don't have all that, bro. But I've never been the type to, like, argue with niggas and pick fights and get rowdy. Like, I don't do all that when it comes to men. Like, real shit, I don't. I've never done it. And my thing is, I don't stop and think and process stuff. I'm learning. I just hear it and then I respond. And it always be a light response, bro. It always just be a response that just brushes the situation off. I should find his number and text him and ask him now for his uncle number. Because I have no problem with making him my nephew, especially now. Like, the situation dead. And I done got it off my chest. Deaf dead. Because I was deaf going to the grave. Other than my best friend knowing. I wasn't going to tell nobody that because I was dead embarrassed. But YOLO. Niggas are weird. Like, I'm going to have to come to terms with that one day. That just, it's some weird ass people in this world. Some weird ass niggas in this world, man. And I just can't help that. But I can help how I deal with them after I find out they weird. You try to pressure me into being your little sneaky link. Then when I don't want to do that, you try to make me out to be like a little pass around or something. I didn't want you no more. And it was never going to be no hard feelings, nigga. I told you, like, we could be cool. We could be friends. I didn't feel any emotional connection towards you, man. And that's okay. I don't have a connection with it. I'm not going to have a connection with everybody I meet. That's cool. But you made it worse. Because I probably could have hit you up one time. Like, if you would have came into town or if I would have came into town. But you just, yeah. So yeah, y'all, that's my story. It's a little crazy. But it's whatever. YOLO. Y'all don't do too much when y'all see this too. And give me some feedback. I do want some feedback. Let me know what y'all think. I love y'all. Stay tuned. Continue to like, continue to comment, continue to subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, subscribe, y'all. Join the fam. I need to come up with like a little name for y'all because I don't know. But I'm gonna talk to y'all later. I love y'all.